Can you just let me finish?
Okay, well, I thought I had, but go ahead.
Okay, y'all, let's take turns and let each other finish.
Welcome to Let Me Finish, the podcast where three minds give their unfiltered and sometimes unpopular opinions on all the craziness going on in our lives and in this world. We're your hosts, Jillian,
Janice,
And Michael.
Settle in and let's take a deep dive.
Hey guys, we're back with a new episode. It's Let Me Finish. I'm here. I'm your host, Janice.
I'm Jillian.
And we are missing our third musketeer.
Yeah. He had to work.
Yeah, he had a couple, I think it started with me. I just was not feeling well on Sunday and then ended up, he had to work yesterday and then work today. Mm-hmm. So it was just kind of like, we didn't want to skip. We didn't want to miss. We see that you guys our listens are going up. So we really appreciate all the listens we've been getting. So we wanted to make sure that we delivered more tea, more of us to you guys.
Yeah.
So just getting right into it because it is a Tuesday night and I think me and Jill are tired.
Yes.
So we're just going to get into it. So how was your week, Jill?
Real chill.
We love that. That's like our main answer.
Yeah, real chill. And I've update on because every week I talk about whatever book I'm reading.
Okay.
So
I'm sure
I
people look forward to
finished A Touch of Malice. I'm waiting for Touch of Chaos to become available.
Okay.
In the library. So it's a long wait for that one. It's like 14 weeks. So I was just like, oh shit.
Oh God.
So I'm waiting on that. And then I just so happened to see a commercial for a TV show that's coming on Hulu called Queenie, which I had seen it review the book that the show is based off. Mm-hmm. It had come up on my For You page so many times as like Book Talk was recommending that book. And I was just like, oh, it was on my, okay, this may be a good read for me. But people either love it or hate it.
Have you ever started a book and not finished it?
No, I power through.
No, I'll put that bitch down.
No, I
will put it down.
I will power through.
If you do not engage me in the first 2 chapters, it's a wrap.
So the main reason why most people didn't like it, the number one reason people gave that they didn't like it was because they didn't like the main character. She wasn't likable.
But that's how I thought about Thoughtless. I don't think Kira in Thoughtless is a likable character.
And you still like the book, right?
I definitely had to. So maybe I powered through on that one, just because she was pissing me off.
So, and that's the thing. I don't have to like the character. I can still be invested. Like I'd be like, I just want to see them get their comeuppance, or
yeah. But if you feel like they're a bad person, do you want them to come up?
I explain it this way. When I read a book, I view it the same way when I get entertained when I'm watching a television show or a movie. Mm-hmm. So there are characters that are bad, but they drive the story, and you like it. And so I always tell people, anyone who's watched Game of Thrones, I hated Joffrey.
Isn't that the blonde little king guy?
Yeah. And Ramsay Bolton.
Off with his head.
Anyone who's ever watched Game of Thrones, those 2 characters you hated with a passion, but you wanted to come back every single week to see.
You love to hate them.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
villains are necessary, but when your heroine is an anti-hero, I don't like it as much.
I don't. Yeah, it's one of those things. So the reason why I said, okay, this may be good because the main character is actually of Jamaican descent in the book, is actually written by a black author, and I believe I
would think she'd have to be Jamaican. No.
I believe the author is also of Jamaican descent as well. And
I would think so if you're writing from a Jamaican person's aspect. I mean, I feel like you would need to know what it's like to be Jamaican.
I would think so. Most people, and it's her first book, so I think most people draw from their own personal experience.
That's true. People do write period pieces and don't.
Yeah,
Obviously didn't live in those times.
Yeah. So and it's set in England, so I'm still trying to kind of. When I read, I'm a very visual person. I like to. Whatever I'm reading, I like to visualize in my head. So there's some things when they're describing certain things in England, I'm like, I don't know, what are they talking about?
I find so when it gets too descriptive, girl, I skim right through that.
Oh, really?
If it gets too descriptive, like, bro, I get it. I know what the room looks like.
Yeah.
You're 2 pages into describing the room. I'm moving on.
Because there are certain things like, of course, British people have their own slang. And so sometimes I get a little bit lost when they say certain things. I'm just like, what are they talking about? So I do have to sometimes, I haven't experienced this yet with Queenie, but sometimes I do have to go and Google. I'm like, what the hell does this mean?
Girl, I bet my Love Island experience would help me.
Oh, really?
I'm telling you, I've been learning. I know my little British lingo, honey.
Yeah, so I do enjoy that. And like when they describe, like, even when they describe like certain clothing, they're like, oh, they have this particular bag. I will go and Google that bag. What does this bag look like?
Oh, yeah.
And
I definitely do that.
I do that. So I've just started. I'm literally like 3 chapters in. I literally just picked it up. And so I'm trying to, like I said, I try and average during the week. I average about an hour of reading. And then on the weekend, I'll read a lot more heavier. I'm trying to finish it by the weekend. And then I also have another book in the queue called The Inheritance Game. That's more of like a mystery thriller kind of thing. So I'm trying to Queenie and The Inheritance Game are not romance, which I've been doing a lot of romance reading. So just gearing up for that. So I want to read Queenie so I can watch the show, and then this book is just a random book to kind of be like a palate cleanser, a different genre, just to kind of get myself off the romance for a little bit before I delve back into it. But other than that, pretty chill week. Didn't really have anything else. I didn't.
And you worked out today.
I did. I literally just came from my workout class, which is actually, it's a Pilates class. So it's actually my thighs are on fire. My butt and my thighs are on fire.
And what time is your class on Tuesdays?
6 to 6:50.
I really wish I could come, but I think
you would like it.
I don't get out of work in time. There's no way. And I work all the way in Fort Worth, so it's just no way.
Yeah, you wouldn't make it. I get off at 5:30 and I barely make it.
But girl, and I wanted to do my start doing my Pilates and go to Club Pilates. They went up on the pricing. I'm like, y'all tripping. Like, to stay fit these days, I swear.
You don't have to go to Club Pilates. Go somewhere else.
I like the reformer workouts.
There's lots of other places that use a reformer.
I need to find them.
Yeah. Just do reformer, Pilates, and there's a lot of different, like, it's the same, like, franchise Pilates places. There's a lot. There's a couple in Plano.
And there's a Body Works right behind me. I think it's like the hot place. I don't know. I need to look because there's this little shopping center open up right behind me, and definitely there's a brunch place I want us to try.
Okay.
But there's also like a workout place. I'm like, well, maybe I need to go and look and see what's that about. Yeah. Maybe because I think that's what happens with me when it comes to working out is I'll get into it and it'll be like maybe a year, a couple months, and I'll get bored with the workout.
Oh yeah.
So for a while it was lifting weights. Then it was Pilates. I really want to do kickboxing, but I haven't found a place yet.
I would do kickboxing with you.
You would? Mm-hmm. And I wanted to try bar too.
Okay, so that's
but I like the fact that's why I like Club Pilates because they would mix bar workouts too.
Okay, I'm adding a bar routine. It's my same instructor that I do because Tuesdays is like Pilates, Thursdays is more of a cardio class, and then she added it's like bar and Pilates mixed together. And
I want to do that.
And so she has that on Wednesday, so I'm adding that starting in June. So I'm gonna go,
and it's the same time.
I'll be with her. It's the same time, 6:00. So I'll be with her 3 days a week.
And then other than that, that's pretty much your week, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I was pretty chill. I
talked to mom.
Oh yeah, I told you to call her.
Finally, yeah. She might be listening to this because I definitely quizzed her on listening. So.
Oh. Yeah, she does.
She had some feedback.
And she
needless to say.
Okay.
Jennifer.
We'll have to discuss later.
Yeah. I was like, well, thank you for the feedback, Mom.
Yeah, she's very opinionated. I wonder where we get it from.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Honestly, that's when people tell me, like, I'm like, I was raised by Jennifer.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say.
Yeah. Yeah, one thing about her mom, she will let you know exactly how she feels. She has zero filter.
She's there, and then she's so black and white. There is no middle ground for our mom.
Yeah.
It's just, I'm like, you're just black or white. I'm like, I live in the gray. Mm-hmm. Which is probably why we used to butt heads when I was a little older. Like, because I feel like I've always had the most amazing relationship with Mom, but there was that time in my early 20s, honey. She was not happy with me.
Yeah.
She just did not agree with the whole partying stage of my life.
No. Yeah, she would complain. Can you just talk to your sister? No, she's an adult. What am I going to tell her?
That's what I'm saying. I'd be like, well, what do you... And that's the thing, and it's because she wasn't a drinker, I think. And she just looked at it as like debauchery.
Yeah.
Like, and I'm like, everybody does it. Leave me alone. Yeah. So, but anyways, love you, Mom.
Yeah.
So with my week, and I'll make mine pretty quick. I know, I've been decluttering.
Ooh. I've seen some of the results. Like,
yes.
She has like 3 garbage bags of clothes.
That's what I'm like, I need to go find somewhere to donate these clothes. Cause that was my main thing is I said, I have too many clothes. Like if everything is cleaned and washed, I don't have enough room to put everything. So that means I have too many clothes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And I have a very large closet and a Chester drawer. So I'm like, there's no reason for me not to have room to put these clothes.
Right.
It means I have too many. And there are definitely plenty of clothes I never wear.
Yeah. So that,
From like college, Jillian.
Okay.
Like college. Like, you used to keep stuff from high school.
It would be in the back of the closet. It's like out of sight, out of mind.
But it's like, but your closet's not full. It's no big deal. When your closet starts to get full, you're like, what the hell? What am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, I need to make room for the new clothes.
Yeah.
Anyways. And
she's been doing good. She's been spring cleaning. I'm just like, whoa, wow. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying to, because the idea is like, I'm probably going to, if I sign a new lease, it's going to be for 1 more year. And then I probably need to just figure something out. So I'm like, I need to get ahead of this. And so I don't have just like years and years of just stuff.
That you have to pack, yeah.
Yeah, that I don't need because I throw it away then anyways. So might as well get ahead of it and throw away now. And I don't like clutter.
Yeah.
And I've literally allowed clutter to just build. But, and then I rewatched, I think I did it recently, but I rewatched Bridgerton, the end of season 2. Because May 16th, the new Bridgerton comes out.
Yes.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited because I read the book. Like I said, with the first 2 seasons, like I kind of watched it in passing because our mom is like, oh my God, Bridgerton. Okay. I'm like, okay, Mom.
She loves Bridgerton.
Yeah. I think one of her favorite movies is Pride and Prejudice with Keira Knightley. That and Count of Monte Cristo.
Count of Monte Cristo. That's definitely one of her favorite movies. Yeah.
And so it was kind of in passing, but I did latch on to Penelope, the character. And I'm just like, okay, she's
the wallflower.
She's,
even a wallflower blooms.
Anyone who hasn't watched Bridgerton, close your ears now or skip ahead. But we all know that Penelope is Lady Whistledown. So I'm just like, oh my God, it's her. She's the one. And then, of course.
And you find that out very quickly. Like, you find that in season 1 by the end of the season.
Just in case anybody hasn't watched Bridgerton in general. Because, like I said, I've kind of.
Or do they. I think they may say it before the last episode. No, it's the last episode of season 1.
It's season 1. And then her friend found out at the end of season 2.
Right.
So it's going to be interesting.
And I know Colin finds out, which is her love interest.
Yes, we all know Colin finds out. I think Colin finds out before the sister found out in the book.
In the books? Okay, okay. So I actually am listening to the book. I don't know, but it's hard for me just to listen to that. I don't know.
Why?
I don't know, because it's in a British accent and stuff, and I don't know. It's just, I could get through it faster if I didn't listen. But whatever. I don't have the actual physical book, and I have Audible, so. And then other than that, I mean, I talked about my friend's birthday. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I guess that's pretty much it. We're just gonna keep it light on my week this week then.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we're gonna just take a quick break and we're gonna do something a little different today. We'll talk about it when we get back. So, like I said, guys, we're going to do something a little different today. So, as you know, our favorite counterpart, our third musketeer, Michael, shout out, he's not here today. But one thing I know that Michael's not like super into is pop culture topics, right?
Yeah.
The tea, the gossip. That's me, honey. I love it. I mean, Jillian's like, I think I'm the one that loves it the most, then Jillian, then Michael.
Yeah.
So we figured today we will just do like a grab bag of some pop culture topics that we've seen coming through this week and just give our unfiltered, unpopular opinion about it.
Okay, let's
Sound
do
good?
it.
Okay. All right. So first things first, which we probably won't talk about very long because it's a me thing. Vanderpump Rules, girl.
Okay.
Girl. The tea is, I cannot wait for the reunion. I cannot wait.
Okay, so they're in their current season.
They're in their current season. You know, this is the season right after Tom and Ariana and that whole breakup. And it's just crazy because, like, if you watch a season throughout, I think people are... Because when it first happened, people were very much like, I can't believe it. Team Ariana, whatever she wants, whatever she needs, give it to her. But for whatever reason, when you see a woman up and up, you know, tends to be that people don't like to see it too long, right?
Oh, she's leveling up.
She 100% she's leveling up. Dancing with the Stars, all these promos, like all these ads, like all these partnerships. The girl is like definitely leveling up. She's on Broadway.
She's living her best life.
She's living her best fucking life, bro. And so now, and don't get me wrong, when you're watching this season, she comes off very, very angry. However, people don't understand, this started filming like literally 3 months after she found everything out. So everything is still super fresh for her. For us, it's a year later. Right.
Oh, okay.
So people are like, oh, she needs to get over it. Like, she's just, I don't know why she thinks that she's so entitled to this stuff. If she should just move out. I'm like, it's just like, why does she have to make all the concessions? I mean, and like I said, don't get me wrong, because I started to think that way at first too. And then I was like, wait, she just literally went through something super traumatic on TV for the world to see. And she's angry. She's fucking pissed.
Who wouldn't be angry?
She's mad. And I'm like, why am I taking away the time it would take for her to heal?
And they were together a long time.
Almost 10 years.
Yeah.
A decade. A decade.
What's the rule that Charlotte came up with on Sex and the City?
To get over a breakup. It's like time and a half, like however much time you're with them, it takes that and a half to get over them.
Oh, okay.
So you're telling me it's going to take her time and a half. So 15 years to get over him?
No,
time and a half. Yeah, she was with him for almost 10 years and a half.
Is that the rule that she came up with? I thought it was like a month for every year they're together or some shit like that.
No.
I
No.
remember.
Because that would mean, because Carrie and Big were only together a year that first time. So that means it only take her a month to get over him? I don't think that's what she meant. Maybe 3 months for every year?
I'm going to go.
Oh, you know what? 3 months for every year. I think that is what it is. So 3 months for every year. What is that? 3 times 12. 24? 36. I'm not good at math. I'm actually pretty good. Anyways. So 36 months. So was that a year and a half it would take her to get over it?
Okay, so here's her rule. If Sex and the City was gospel, then it takes half the total time you went out with someone to get over them. Charlotte called it the breakup rule.
Half the time you were with them. So it would still take her 5 years. That's a long time.
That's a long time.
That's a long time. So I'm just like, this girl literally is 4 or 5 months in. And her whole entire world was just destroyed because of cheating. So I'm like,
And cheating with your friend.
And I think this reunion you're gonna see a little bit more of a natural reaction, like after she's kind of thought about it, like she's able to hear him. Like just clips I saw for the reunion, it seems like she's a little bit more open about her feelings and how hurt she is. So I think at first she was putting up a very hard facade.
So I think too.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah,
in order to really deal with it. And again, you're going on TV. You want to put out a strong front, like you didn't affect me. You're a piece of garbage. Like, F you and anything you have to say. I don't want to hear it.
You're right.
And I think now it's getting to the point where she's crying. She's really feeling the aftermath of the breakup. So
yeah.
But I'm just excited for the reunion. I'm here for it, honey.
Yeah, I did get glimpses of the previous reunion and when they figure out about the affair and all that stuff. So,
my friend started watching it, and I was like, "Girl, you got some stuff to watch."
She got a lot of catching up to do.
This shit is good. You gonna be locked in. I'm telling you. I'm like, once you reach Scandival, it's gonna be like, what? Because Scandival was big, but
yeah, it was all over social media.
It was all over, and it's crazy. I don't know what made it so big. Because there's been plenty of people who have been cheated on and broken up with after years of being together. I don't know what made it so big. I think it's just so shocking. Like, you did not see it coming.
For those, okay.
You did not. I did not see that coming.
Oh, my God.
Definitely not with the friend. Like, just a tangled web, bro. But, like I said, we're doing a grab back. So.
Yeah.
Okay. And next up on the docket, Khloe Kardashian.
Oh my God,
girl.
So we talked about this, but I was reading like quick headlines on my Instagram, and at first the first headline I saw was she made Tristan take 3 paternity tests. I'm like,
normal. Hey,
I'm like, weird. Okay, but whatever.
Even because like literally, you made the baby like.
It was
IVF.
It was IVF. It was through a surrogate, so she didn't carry the baby. So everything was done in a petri dish.
So I'm like, exactly who do you think switched out the sperm?
Yeah. So and then like literally, I was up the street at the stoplight, and I was just kind of going through social media, and then she explained why she had him take the 3 paternity tests. That because what's the baby's name again?
It's not Tristan. It's obviously not true. It's Tatum.
Okay, Tatum. She said that she was worried that it would actually Rob's baby and wondered if he had donated sperm
at any time in his life.
Because Tatum looks so much like her brother. I said, ew, you're insinuating that your child is inbred.
It's an incest baby.
I was just like, what the hell?
But it's just, to me, it doesn't make you go, you don't have enough things to worry about in your life.
It makes me think, why did you go there first? Why was that the plausible scenario that why your baby looked like your brother instead of the fact that you are brother and sister with the same mother and father? Y'all share the same exact you're in the same genetic pool.
Yeah.
And it was just like, do you not think, and 50% of Tatum's DNA came from you, just maybe that Kardashian gene was really strong.
Come out looking like the brother. But the thing about it, I think it's just because they've always had a weird relationship. Definitely not one. And I have a guy cousin that we're extremely close to.
Yeah.
And it's just how you interact with him has always been like, I would never.
They've always been close because even when Khloe was married to
Lamar,
he was living with them,
and she literally took care of him during his whole depression bout. Mm-hmm. And then she also is like a second mother to his daughter Dream.
Yeah,
like she literally has a necklace or a necklace that she wears with all of her kids' names, Dream's names on there. That's her brother's child.
Yeah, she doesn't do that for any of Kim's kids and none of that. She doesn't do that. Yeah, that's weird.
It's just they always had a weird relationship. I swear, I've always thought it was weird, even just how touchy feely they are. But I also think that's just how they are as a family. It's just not how it would be in my family.
We all know that Kim and Kourtney can't stand each other.
I think, to me, though, they're sisters. Like, Jillian, if anybody had witnessed any of our fights, like, even in our 20s, like, I would be embarrassed.
Janice, when they were having these fights...
They're in their 40s.
They are
or like 30,
married, like, literally mothers, had children of their own. Like, honestly, like, when I watch that fight, I'm like, that is the... What the...
Can I tell you right now, if Jillian and me actually got into a physical fight,
it'd be weird.
It would be very hard to justify it.
No.
Like, to come back and be like, I'm sorry. Like, I mean, and I'm telling you, me and Jillian used to have knockout drag outs.
Yes.
Like, really did some damage to each other. Like, really.
And we haven't done that since our early 20s.
Right. I would never dream of putting my hands on Jillian now. Like, for what?
Ditto.
I'm an adult.
Ditto. And I'm just like,
I think at that age, you don't know other ways to, like, express your emotion.
And it was such a dumb thing they were fighting over.
I think it was just a buildup. I think they had been having problems for so long that I think it just kind of just literally came to a head.
Yeah.
It was... Anyway, but it's hilarious, y'all.
It is hilarious.
Like, if anybody has not seen the episode where Kim and Courtney get into a physical fight at Chloe's house,
she was pissed.
Go and Google it. You don't gotta watch the whole episode.
Just watch
the clip. That shit is hilarious. At one point, Courtney knocks the hell out of Kim and her whole face makeup transfers to the wall. And because Chloe's so obsessed with cleaning, she instantly was like, oh my God! Like, when that...
Yes. She was so obsessed that she got makeup all over her white walls.
And it was hilarious.
Yeah. And
hilarious.
I think, honestly, that... Who threw the first hit? Was it Kim or Courtney?
I think it was Kim.
Kim.
I think Kim got physical first.
Yes.
I think Courtney just finished that shit.
Yeah, she did. And I think, honestly, I don't think she would have ever done that to Chloe. Chloe would have beat that ass.
First of all, Chloe would beat all their asses. Chloe, Molly Wop, y'all across.
And Kendall was there too. And Kendall's like, what the hell is going on here? Kendall was
like, dumb. I can imagine like how Stacey would feel if we got into a physical. Like, I think Stacey would be like, oh my God, stop.
I think that was Chloe, but Kendall was like stuck on stupid, be like, what?
Because you don't know what you're witnessing. You're literally watching two 40-year-olds
fight over dumb shit.
Literally over nothing. About not wanting to be a part of a reality show or not giving enough content for a reality show that pays you guys millions and millions of dollars just to live.
Which with Courtney, if she's not interested in doing that, I don't understand why Kim is so upset. I don't want to do it anymore. It's not what I want to do. The problem
is that Courtney does want to do it because she wants the money. She doesn't want to expose. She doesn't want to do what it takes to be a part of the show. Because Courtney's not quitting. If Courtney wanted to quit, she would have quit.
Yeah.
Courtney is not quitting. You just want to dictate.
She wants to do it on her own terms.
You want to do it on your own terms.
But she's allowed to do that.
Well, no, not if somebody's paying you millions and millions of dollars.
Do you think they split the money all equally?
I think so. I don't know for sure.
I don't think so. Me personally,
but either way,
I personally think that Kim gets a bigger portion of
Chloe
the pie.
should get the biggest cut, honey.
Facts.
Chloe be giving out her life for this show.
Yeah, I think Kim
or Chris.
I think Kim definitely gets the biggest portion of the pie.
Well, Kim is the most popular person on the show,
right? Which means that you got to put in the most work. If I'm getting the smallest piece of the pie, I'm sorry, I'm putting the least amount of work in.
Well, I think that's where, because if they are making the same, do you think she should do more?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, because I think Courtney, Kim, and Chloe's problem is look what they've gone through on camera with their relationship. And don't get me wrong, because I feel like Courtney did too.
She went through a lot with,
but she refused to expose anything else. It's like because you went through that wrestle with Scott, you literally everything else is off limits, and that's not really fair.
Let's be honest,
because Courtney and Chloe continue to share.
The thing is that a lot of the drama when it was Scott and everything she was going through with Scott, that was what was driving the show. Was her drama.
It was what made me watch.
was her drama. It wasn't Kim and Chloe's drama until, and of course, then Chloe got her own drama,
Lamar,
and then Lamar, and then of course everything that went down with Kanye. That
but I think
drove that, so and then you have another person who's like really chilling and just be in the cut is Kendall.
Kendall be living her best life, honey.
For real. She's just out there walking the catwalk and
walking the
chilling.
catwalk, not know how to cut a cucumber, just doing her thing. Okay? just I wish my life was that easy to where I didn't even have to know how to cut a cucumber.
Yeah.
Like, I wish. So as much as we hate on her and we're like, oh my God, you know how to cut a cucumber. Bitch, the bliss that comes with that.
I want that life.
I'm going to take that.
Yeah.
You call me dumb. I'm going to take this dumb all the way to this bank account. Screw you. I got a chef, honey. I don't got to cut shit.
Yeah.
How about that?
I want that life for sure.
And I think, Kendall was just like,
but
get over it.
Yeah.
Get over it.
Yeah. But I really do think Courtney, everything that went down with Courtney and Scott, that was a lot of material that they used to drive the show for a really long time.
One of my favorite scenes to this day is when Scott stuffs that money in that waiter's mouth. That's probably one of the most memorable scenes to me in the Kardashians. He literally took the money and put it in the waiter's mouth. Like, stuffed it in his mouth.
Even sharing things with her pregnancy, when she got pregnant the first time with Mason. And I remember that when I think she told Chloe first. And I think
it was when they were filming the Chloe and Courtney Take Miami, or Courtney and Chloe Take Miami. So, yeah.
Yeah, there's a reason why that they did the kind of like spin off with them.
It was supposed to be Courtney and Kim.
And I think Courtney just...
But I think Kim had so much going on, then they just got Chloe.
Yeah, but for a really long time, Courtney her drama with her baby daddy was what drew people in to watch the show. Let's be honest. So I think she put a lot out in the beginning, and honestly, if she doesn't want to do that, share as much or anymore, I think she has the right to, because she put in the time.
I mean, you have the right, but you can't expect the same pay. Like, that's the only thing I don't think
they are. That's the thing. I don't think they're getting paid the same.
I know you're getting paid enough to share.
Yeah, share some things.
I know you're getting enough to share, honey.
And let's be honest, Kim is real secretive.
Eunice, you knew nothing about that relationship. That was completely off record on the show. Never even saw him.
It could be that who's
Eunice or whatever his name is. I don't know.
He could have been like, I'm not doing this, and you can't make him. He didn't sign no contract.
Girl, you gonna do it, girl? Bye.
Not everybody wants their stuff out there.
I don't think that's the reason, though.
You think so?
No, I don't think that's the reason. I don't think it's because he didn't want to film. I don't think Courtney wanted to share anymore. And like I said, you do have that right.
But she's sharing.
I can see where her sister's frustration would come if they're sharing way more. Because I guarantee you, Chloe and hers is about the same. Even if Kim's making more, I guarantee you, Chloe and Courtney's are about the same.
But she doesn't have a lot of drama either right now.
Who?
Courtney.
Who? Oh,
Courtney.
God, they talking about Chloe. I said, who?
No. Chloe had drama, but I don't think Courtney has that much.
Not any more drama, and I think she did share it with Travis because I think she was truly happy. So
yeah, and she did share that, and like I said, they've always gone back and forth.
I haven't looked, but I doubt she shared. I wonder how the
wedding,
and she did go through her fertility on the
show, announcing the pregnancy, the wedding, and all that stuff.
Whatever. Fight got her to her ass. Yeah. Maybe those knocks got to her, honey.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. But I mean, I say share what you want to share. Sometimes I feel like with them, it's just like most of their life is staged anyway. It's not real anyways.
I think they're authentic.
No, they're not, Janice.
I think
No, they're not.
I'm gonna.
I really don't. Sometimes I think there are aspects that are real, but I think once the camera turns off, there's aspects you definitely don't see. For sure, they're not.
Of course, I mean
100%.
Of course,
yeah.
I mean you're always gonna filter somewhat of it, so it makes sense. But we gotta go to our next little roulette topic. So the next one's gonna be super quick. But I did want to give a shout out to my girl. Listen, Gypsy Rose Blanchett.
Blanchard. Yeah.
Blanchard. Come on, girl. Live your life. Spent all this years in captivity, basically, and then prison. But she got a new nose job. She got her some new teeth. Divorced her husband that she clearly thought that the whole marriage was a fluke. You met him in prison, and I mean, it didn't. Her ex that she's with now, though, I think she met him in prison.
She met him in prison too.
So, or her new boyfriend. So, but I also feel like a part of her wanted to kind of cling to like someone. So when she got on the outside, she had somebody, which I don't fault her for. She wanted companionship. She's been dying for it her whole life.
Yeah.
And I think it's just one of the things that just happened. But again, I think some people kind of gave her shit, after she ended up divorcing the guy and then getting with this new guy and doing all these things to herself. I'm like, the girl literally just started her life. She literally has not lived.
Yeah, she's figuring out who she is and what she likes. And I believe she cut her hair. She dyed it blonde.
She's living
her life, and
literally just living.
I'm liking to see this journey of her. I really do hope that she's in therapy because of everything that's happened to her. I don't know whether she started therapy while she was in jail, and I hope she continues on that journey to kind of be able to figure out emotionally what she's been through and process that. Because let's be honest, she. From
unique situation,
from a very small age, she's experienced severe child abuse, and that screws up your head a lot.
Yeah, and I think with her, I think we need to allow her room to figure out who she is. Just because she did not have that opportunity before. Her mother was telling her who she was. You're sick. You're this. You're that. And then I think she was very confused on her feelings towards her mother too.
Yeah.
Which of course you would be, because this was one of the only people that she had in her life up until she started to kind of break away.
Yeah. She didn't even know. Her mother wouldn't even tell her real age.
Like, that's crazy. Like, so, I'm here for Gypsy living her best life. I'm here for Gypsy having a happy ending. And I think she deserves every bit of happiness that she's taking for herself. So,
yes.
Whatever. And if that means divorcing a man she does not want to be with.
Yeah.
Life's
too short. If she feels like it's not working, and if she realizes it's not working, let it go and move on.
I think she wanted to. It could have been one of those things. Like, let's really think about it. She was in prison.
Yeah.
When she met this man. It didn't end up being what she wanted.
Yeah.
Or what she needed.
Yeah.
And I think the girl only knew him as a prisoner. So I think divorcing him, that's totally fine.
You don't really. Let's be honest. They never really
spent time together, like
time together.
Even when they say when you get married and stuff, like first year of marriage is the roughest, because it's really the time where you really know that you're a union and this is your partner, and that's usually the roughest, and that's usually the time when marriages will break down if they're not going to work.
Yeah.
So, listen, Gypsy, she got out quick too. Girl,
yeah.
Get out. Get out, girl.
Yeah. She mailed that ring back.
And that's what I'm saying. She's probably like, listen, I'm not going to do no more of giving my life to nobody else that, I don't want to.
Yeah.
And
I want that for
kudos
her.
for her.
Yeah.
So that's my little shout out to Gypsy. I'm just saying her nose looks good. Her teeth are looking good. Get it, girl.
She's on social media, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yeah. I should look her up, but yeah, I'm just really happy for her. I just want her to live her best life in the best way possible. So I just want her to continue to grow and excel and figure herself out.
And I think she should. So good for you, Gypsy. And we're watching and we're rooting for you.
Yeah, for sure. I'm rooting for her.
Let's go to the Met Gala. So the Met Gala was last weekend. And yeah, so we're going to do something called Slay or Nay.
Yeah.
And so we're just going to go through and kind of look at some of the celebrities' outfits. And we're going to say whether we slay or nay it.
Okay. Do you want me to start?
Yeah.
Okay. So let's start with Jessica Biel. I liked it. Hers was like a reddish pink dress with a low deep V cut on it with a bunch of petals on it. I think that she slayed. I like that. Yeah.
I would say slay only because if I was going to go high fashion, that would be more my style. Just something a little bit more muted and understated. Like sometimes the really extravagant stuff is not something I would do. So I say slay.
Okay. Next up is, of course, Zendaya.
I can't say I love the outfit. However,
Let me see.
It's Zendaya. So how do you? It's
So-
like a peacock in almost inspired look, and
So it
she
has-
always looks good in everything. So I can't say I hate it.
It's a bluish. It's like a bluish green, deep bluish green, and then
mermaid cut.
mermaid
dress.
cut dress with looks like flowers, and I guess it was like a floral theme for the Met Gala.
Yeah.
I'm absolutely loving the bird cage hat that she has on. It was like a green with a bird cage
Hate that bird.
veil. Veil, and then
Bluebirds.
I think what made perfected the look was the makeup look, which
Hey, and I love her make. That's what I'm saying. Like, and then when I think I gotta think about. Obviously, I wouldn't wear half the stuff, but I mean, that's
For
what
the
I'm saying.
theme.
Zendaya, she could put on a paper bag and look good.
Yeah, I
and
think
say it's
one thing's for sure. These supermodels, y'all better be glad Zendaya can act, because she would be killing it on the runway. Somebody who could
Yeah.
definitely be a supermodel, it's her, because she
tall, the look,
just everything about her. When it comes to clothes, she wears the clothes don't wear her. So she what?
No. I was gonna give this to the next person.
Okay. No, go with the next person.
So I was laughing because I want to talk about probably somebody Michael's gonna miss. Good old Sydney Sweeney, honey. Good old Sydney.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say nay.
I'm gonna say nay too.
And it's probably a personal thing.
Yeah, it's like
I don't think whatever she wore, I'd probably be like, nay.
Yeah. And hers is just a off the shoulder,
Like a blue, like a sky blue with some floral patterns in the middle. Obviously showing off those boobs.
and then like the bottom's like a tulle skirt with these like leather black gloves, which it's not my favorite.
And then she has black hair, which I do not think fits
it's a
her.
wig. It's a wig.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But it does not fit her.
It doesn't fit her. She's
does not look
definitely
good.
meant to be a blonde.
It does not look good. Listen, Jillian gonna hate me, but Kim, she always slays.
Kim Kardashian?
Yeah, she always looks good.
I didn't like it.
I don't know. Get the sweater,
Yeah, that's the thing.
but I already know Kim has a good reason, honey. She's fashion all day.
Yeah, the sweater. I don't understand why she did that. It ruined the look for me.
I have to read why she did it, but the waist was snatched. It's like corset vibes, with like a metal sheet overlay.
Yeah, I mean the dress
With the
is
floral
nice,
pattern.
but the random
Her hair looks good. Like she just
sweater,
looks good.
like the random sweater. No, girl, no. Why this like crop top sweater? Why?
I'm gonna put her in the same category. Zendaya she can't make anything look bad. She looks too good.
I disagree. When she was pregnant with
Boo,
that flower, head to toe flower,
Still look good.
no, girl.
To me, she did.
No,
Nice pregnant glow. She
no,
looked fabulous. But I just think she's fabulous. So
no. I didn't like it. So, and then Cardi B,
hers was
hers was over the top. But honestly, I saw some behind the scenes. Hers was like this really big dress. It's like all black, and it was just. It's a lot. It was a lot, and I think that she had a decision between this version, which was black, and then there was like a green version
too much.
of it.
I'm gonna go too much.
So it was a lot.
Just pause it right there. I'll edit it. I gotta do. Bad Bunny though.
I thought, because men usually don't get to be very creative because you're wearing a suit, so there's not a lot of stuff that you can do.
Right.
I thought his was very creative. It was on theme, so I liked his outfit.
It's kind of hard to tell, but it's like basically a suit, and then it has like some floral on it, some color pop, some threading,
some red stripe.
I think if anybody, it's hard to describe his outfit, but I would definitely look at Bad Bunny's outfit, and he did do a good job, obviously. Him and his counterpart Kendall Jenner, slay.
Oh, he's with Kendall?
Yeah, Bad Bunny and Kendall are
I
together.
thought they broke up.
They got back together. They were cuddling at the event.
Yeah. Kendall, I mean, her outfit was, I would say, okay. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That's to me more my style.
Yeah. But Kylie,
basic.
So basic. Honestly, it looks like she went to David's Bridal and got that dress.
I think she's just trying to go with a more muted look, a more muted vibe. And it just seems like this is last year.
This was not the place to do it.
To be muted.
This is a Met Gala. This is not the place to do it. Like I said, the dress looked like literally you could have bought this off the rack at David's Bridal. No.
I've seen my friends wear that.
Nay.
Yeah.
That's a nay. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Who
Jennifer
else?
Lopez. I think she killed it.
Girl, slay. J-Lo, come on. I knew you when you were hey ho. Just kidding.
And then also Mindy Kaling, I think her outfit was great. She looked absolutely
very
wonderful.
over the top for me.
But I think she looked great.
But again, that is what the Met Gala is for. So I would say slay.
Yeah, absolutely.
Who are our nay people? I mean, we already said Sydney Sweeney's a nay. I definitely think Cardi B for me is a nay. And then that's pretty much it. Yeah, Jennifer Lopez's outfit. To be honest, I would say J-Lo's is probably my favorite.
My favorite is Zendaya, the green and blue one.
Yeah, definitely not my favorite. Ariana Grande, honey. I'm going to go ahead and say nay because it also looks basic, but she also found another way to look more adolescent. I'm like, what's up with the butterfly stuff by her eyes? I'm just like, why do you consistently try to make yourself look younger than you are?
I think she's just appealing to a certain audience. So
you think that's what she's going for?
Yeah, I think so.
Because I'm like, you look like a kid. What is going on?
She acts the way she talks too. She has like she also talks with a baby voice sometimes. I'm just like, eh.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I agree.
It is what it is. But if you guys have an opportunity to go check out all the different outfits, there are lots and lots and lots of them. Let us know what y'all think. Which ones was y'all's favorite? Which ones you hated the most? Like I said, I think my favorite was Zendaya, and my least favorite was Kylie.
Really? Okay. So I think my favorite is J-Lo. My least favorite, gosh, I don't even know. I don't really have a least favorite. Maybe
probably Sydney Sweeney with that black wig.
That's what I'm saying. Probably Sydney Sweeney, and I think it's more my personal feelings about her than anything else, to be honest. Sadly, but that's the Met, honey.
Yeah.
So go, y'all, go take a look. And we wanted to end on this little slightly heavier topic. So there's an article, right, or there's a big breaking news that happened this last weekend, right?
It was this past weekend. I saw the first clip on my TikTok where this pastor is like, hey, somebody's like, hey, look at what this pastor just said. So he said, he had his whole sermon. It was a Sunday sermon, had his whole sermon. And he's like, hey, guys, I have a big announcement. I don't want to talk once I make the announcement, I don't want to talk about it. We're just gonna leave. And he goes, my wife is dead. Just like that.
Just simple.
And he's just like, it was self-inflicted. And I don't want to talk about it. I may take a couple days. And we'll have, and then I think he said that there was going to be a memorial service like the next week. And the date and time. I'm like, wait a minute. You just found out that your wife is dead.
Didn't you find out like 2 days before
the
that?
The night before. So Saturday.
So
service is on Sunday. He said that he found out the night before that his wife was dead. He's like, hey, and he like dropped it at the end of the service after he's been doing his whole sermon. Hey, by the way, it was kind of like an afterthought,
oh, by the way, y'all, my wife's dead.
Yeah, a post note, and then and it's just like, okay, and I'm not taking any questions or anything like that. Oh, by the way, it was self-inflicted, and we'll have funeral services next week on Wednesday. Wait, what?
Hold up.
Wait a minute. That's a lot of information.
No questions, none.
That's a lot of information to download. And like I said, it's like literally he announced this and said all this in like 5 minutes.
And the pastor's name is John Paul Miller. He's the pastor of Solid Rock Church in Market Common.
What state?
South Carolina.
Okay.
Yeah, South Carolina. So I have a couple things because there's a couple of things. It just seems real suspect.
Yes.
Right. Couple main points that seem suspect. First of all, he was her youth pastor.
Groomer. Pedophile.
I don't. What? Yeah, I don't like it. I'm not liking it. She had just filed for divorce.
Yeah.
A few days prior to the self-inflicted wounds, as he says.
I think that's weird.
And I'm doing air quotes.
Yeah.
And the fact that he doesn't seem distraught, upset. He doesn't seem any of those things when it comes to her death. And so it's just like, and then you act completely normal. Even though, like,
it felt like when he was talking about it, he was reading off a menu.
Yeah, and so I guess he jokes about being handsome. I'm like, are you grooming your next girl to come along? And a couple days later, he was spotted with his girlfriend.
Oh my God.
Hanging out.
I mean, this is my own personal opinion. This is my theory, my conspiracy theory. I would not be surprised in the near future if they realize he had something to do with it.
Listen, I will be surprised if he didn't have anything to do with it.
Yeah.
Let's just say that. And the fact that, okay, and then the girlfriend, her husband, who was a paraplegic, he drowned in the pool and nobody was around 2 years prior. It's all very
suspect.
The crumbs are leading back to you as the killer.
Yeah.
And then the fact that it was the self-inflicted wound, gunshot to the head, and then that's how you said it was self-inflicted.
Yeah. Which is very unusual for women.
But yet, the police haven't confirmed that because you found out the night before. So why did you just assume, like, you should be wondering, even if it happened? Looks that way, like, why would you announce something like that, not really knowing necessarily what happened? You haven't even got an autopsy yet.
It's a self-inflicted, they claim it's a self-inflicted wound, which is very unusual. Most women do not commit suicide via
gunshot wound to the head,
via gun. That's not most women's preferred method to be able to commit suicide. So that should be,
red flag.
And so, and plus, like I said, I've said this before, the most dangerous time for a woman when leaving, they believe that it was an abusive relationship. The most dangerous time.
Oh yeah, that was another thing.
Yeah. And the most dangerous time for a woman when leaving an abusive relationship is when they first leave. That's when they're in the most
first
danger.
couple months.
Yeah, that's when they're most danger. So we'll see what happens. Hopefully I heard that people have been outside the church protesting, or there's like a hashtag justice for Mika.
Yeah,
I guess
justice
the
for Mika. That is the hashtag. But also I want to point out, so her family alluded to false information and abuse that Mika had been suffering. But also Mika, before her death, actually made a post about abuse and leaving a dangerous situation. And she put a hashtag abuse awareness.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I think...
Like
come
on
I said,
now.
I think
they need to investigate. I hope they don't just leave it as, oh, she died, no big deal, it's suicide. Like, investigate that shit.
Yeah, and I think, get me wrong, I believe where her body was found was in another state as well. So I don't know if he did it himself, he hired some. I don't know.
I believe he was involved.
So I hopefully they do get justice for her. Like I said, I'd be shocked if there was not foul play involved, but we'll have to wait for more information to come out. So we just wanted to share that, and we'll keep you updated. So
in fact, yeah, we'll make sure this is one that we bring up and
once there's more information
with the case. Yeah, absolutely.
It was very interesting because like when I first saw the video, I'm like, what the heck,
girl?
I was totally shocked. And I saw
somebody
the video.
told me about it at work today, and I was like, oh.
No, because I saw the video, I think either on Monday, where they showed when he announced that she was dead. I'm like, what the heck? That is so weird. And now
and you're a pastor. I just feel like you should have a little more sympathy, empathy for the death of somebody, especially your wife. But
we'll see what happens.
You know what? And then we will leave the clip to his video in our show notes. So if you guys want to, look at the article and see, read more about it, we'll definitely put it. Yeah, we'll link it. All right, guys. So since it's a Tuesday night, we're going to get out of here. You guys are going to hear from us. Good morning. It's Wednesday morning. But we're going to get out of here and
see y'all next week.
See y'all next week. Bye. And that's a wrap on the latest episode of Let Me Finish. Thank you guys for joining us for another week and listening to the latest episode. Don't forget, go like, share, and subscribe on your favorite platforms. And you guys can also follow us and see us on different platforms. I am on Instagram, and that's going to be Uniquely Janice. And then I'll also be on TikTok, Janice H, GENICEH. Michael, where can they find you?
I'm only on Instagram, and it's Kasra Salimi. And by Kasra Salimi, I mean Kasra Writes, because I changed it and I just forgot. So it's KASRA Writes, WRITES.
Yes. Jillian, where can we find you?
Instagram as well, and it's New Jillian Who Dis.
New Jillian Who Dis. All right, well, we will talk to you guys later. Bye.
Bye.